Hey guys, welcome back to the shop. My name's Adam, and here we are working on Saturday Night Special episode 81. Okay, we got a lot of announcements to give you this week. We've got a lot of stuff going on in the YouTube world of all of the machinists, machining content creators. So we've got a big announcement to make, and we're going to get to that here in just a minute. Behind me, you see a weird little setup going on over there. That's going to be the hydraulic pump off the K&T, and we're going to do a little test on that in a little while. So we'll go over there and play around with the pump. Okay. I've also got another announcement that I'm going to give you here in the video in a little while also. Okay. And I'm gonna start using the cards on the video. You'll see the little icon, the little eye pop up in the corner of the screen, probably over here somewhere. And you can hover over that, and then you should have a drop-down menu that's got links to other videos. So that's an easy way for you guys to be able to click on another link if you want to go check out another video. Okay. All right, we got got one viewer appreciation gift that came in, and as I said, we're going to work on the pump, and then also want to give a mention and a reminder that my original, the first shirts, the A-Bomb 79 t-shirts, you can still pre-order those over at Teespring, and I will put the link there in the video for you guys to click on. We'll try the little icon over here on this side of the screen, and hopefully it'll be in there. For those who haven't purchased, I've had guys email me and ask how they could buy it because they still want to buy one. It's a pre-order basis. I believe they have to make a purchase. We have to sell 40 of them, and for them to reprint it. So you can do a pre-order, and then once we get to the 40 pre-orders, they'll reprint and send them to you. So go check that out. Throw the link up there for you to see. Okay. Okay. So the big announcement, and a lot of you may have already seen this or know what it's about, but we are having our first YouTube get together. Okay. And this is actually going to be out at Stan Zykowski's out in California, Barzy Industrial. This I believe it's going to be called the Barzy Industrial Open House, but this is something that he puts on every year for his customers. But this is something new that he's doing, and he's going to include all of the YouTube people, all of the YouTube creators, and whoever wants to come and join, the viewers. It's an open invite, and he has got a video that you can go check out on his channel. We're going to throw the link up here so that you can click on that. You can find out how, when, where, all that kind of stuff. I know he's putting a cap on how many people is going to be coming because he can only handle so many people on his property there. So it's going to be a really fun event, and I'm looking forward to it. And there is a lot of the YouTube creators that's going to be there. I want to say there's like 15 guys that make the videos that's going to be there. Tom Lipton, Chuck Bramarito, Ray Canelia, of course Stan's going to be there, myself, James Green, Keith Rucker, James Kilroy, John Saunders, Ben Zentner, Herb Blair, Randy Richard, Don Cossett, Brad Jacob, Dale Derry, and that's all I can remember off the top of my head. I think that's most of the YouTube creators, and I'm sorry if I missed somebody, but we're all coming together. This is all worked out to where all these guys, we can all come together. It worked out for me, and I'm really excited about this. So it's going to be August the 15th is when it's going to happen. So be sure to check out Stan's video if you're interested in that, and he'll tell you how you can get your RSVP because it's RSVP only. So go check out that video. And all of the creators that's coming are bringing some of their channel swag to give out, and I'm doing the same thing. So I was going to point that out, that you probably have seen some of these in some other videos, because I've given some of these out to some of my viewers out there and some of my friends. But I've got the A-Bomb 79 pins, and I had 100 more of these made, and I'm taking those out there to give out. First come, first serve. You know, whoever wants one can have one. I'm also making up more decals. I'm going to have about 200 decals that I can hand out to whoever wants them. And I figured I'd take one of these signs right here. You might have seen these in a couple other videos, but this was an image that Quinn Berry did for fun, and I thought it'd be cool to put it on a sign. It's a plastic PVC backing, you know, with a decal on it, and I just thought it was a funny sign, funny shop sign. So I give these out to a few of the guys, and I had a couple extras, so I'll take one of these out there and we'll give those out. There's going to be all kind of raffles during this event, free prizes that they're going to be raffling off. Probably, you know, every 15 minutes to 30 minutes, we're going to be pulling numbers and somebody's going to win something. One more thing that I'm going to take is I bought one of my Shop Life shirts from the campaign, and I'm going to take it out there and we'll give it away to somebody. So I got some of my channel swag that I'm taking. And it's also, there'll be a little bit of a tool trade going on, so I might gather up a couple of my tools and take out there with me, and maybe do a little bit of horse trading. We'll see how it goes, but really excited about it. This would be my very first time ever going that far west. Furthest I've ever been is San Antonio, Texas, and I drove there and drove back, but I've never been to California, so this is going to be a totally new experience for me. But I'm really excited, and I get to meet everybody all at one time, man. It's going to be almost like overload, getting to hang out with everybody. So really looking forward to it. So everybody's going to be filming, taking their cameras. You're gonna have video from all of the channels probably on the event, and we're hoping that we have some other guys out there, kind of like volunteers that want to help do some of the video and take pictures, and hopefully we can all kind of throw some good stuff together to share on our channels for this event, because I think this is the first time that the machinist community is coming together for a meet and greet and hangout. So looking really forward to it. So again, check out Stan's video, and he'll let you know more info about it and how to RSVP, and he's going to be talking about all the swag. We've got gifts from all kind of major suppliers out there, like MSC is a big one. They donated a bunch of tools. So they're going to be giving away tools from MSC and several other vendors. So Stan talks all about it in his video, so check him out, okay? So looking forward to it, and guys that's going, I'm looking forward to meeting you and shaking your hand and getting to hang out with you for the day, okay? So maybe we'll see you in California pretty soon, all right? Okay, so we got one viewer gift that came in this week, and this is from Rick Brandt, and he is from Minneapolis, Minnesota, and he sent me a tool holder right here, and this is one of those gooseneck type of tools, and it's made for like a parting blade holder right there, but it's pretty neat. I've never seen one like this before, so I know it's probably pretty old. But you can loosen this nut here, and then this will turn around, and you can also loosen this and move this around and stick your blade in there. So I'm not positive what this tool is actually intended to use for, but Rick seems to think that this would be a good shaper tool. So we'll probably give this a try on the shaper. I don't know. I think it's probably more a lathe tool, but I really don't know, okay? But this type of tool right here is supposed to work really good to help ease off on the chatter that you'll get whenever you're trying to cut grooves or a radius or something like that, you know, on a machine tool. So we'll put this with our little shaper tool collection, Rick, and hopefully one day we'll give it a try, okay? I really appreciate it. He sent me a nice little letter right here, and he even mentioned Tom Limpton demoed one on his lathe. But I think this is really a shaper tool for your collection, is what he said there. So thanks for the aggressive cuts and delicate threading on the lathe work. Rick Brandt. So again, Rick, thank you for the tool, okay? So I told you I had another announcement to make, and I actually meant to share this last week, and we just didn't get there. But Elena and I have we have an announcement to make to everybody. But instead of doing it here on this video, we're going to link the video. We put it on her channel. So if you want to hear that announcement and see what it's all about, click the link. We're going to put it over here in the cards, and it's called Our Big Announcement. Go check it out, and we'll you'll see what announcement we have to make there. But just so everybody knows, everything is cool. Everything's doing great, and so far no problems or anything. But everything's pretty cool. So I appreciate all the support I've been getting from everybody, and we're gonna keep on doing what we're doing here. All right. So other than that, we've been real busy at work. A lot of stuff going on. We've been working some overtime as usual, trying to get the work put out. So haven't had a whole lot of time to spend in the shop, but as soon as I get a chance, we're going to continue to work on this K&T mill. Okay. So let's go ahead and get to some machine work now. All right, guys. So we're going to work on the parts for the Kearney and Trecker a little bit more here. I haven't made it very much further than what you guys have already seen, but we're going to make a little bit of progress today, and we're going to make a new line for it, and we'll probably do a little test with the pump so that you can see that. All right, there's our pump right there. This is part of the adapter that I made that we used at work, so we'll get into that. All right, we got the relief valve here that we already seen in a previous video. A couple plugs right there. All right, there's one of our lines. So I just bringing everything home here. So all right. Let's just start with one thing at a time here, okay? So what we're going to focus on is this pump. All right, so that's the pump. We had a lot of guys comment on this and suggest things, asking about the clearance and things like that. I've got the opinion of one of the mechanics at work that the pump is good, and I didn't physically see him measure this or check it, but he's been doing this mechanical work for I don't know, 40 years, long time, and he says that there's 1,000th wear in this. I know in the pictures you guys seen, looked like there was a lot of wear, but it wasn't worn and gouged in. It was just a wear pattern that you seen on the plates there. Okay, so we actually tested this at work. And I watched them. We had it hooked up to a drill motor, and we just spun it a little bit with the hose. We had the suction hose screwed in tight right here, and stuck it down in a bucket of oil. And he was basically just holding it like this, down in some oil. And we had the drill motor, and he run it, and it was pumping oil out both sides just as fast as can be. So let's do that test again. I know people would like to see that. We're going to use this adapter. I made this like so because I've already got an adapter that I made for him a while back that he could put in a drill motor, and he's got a couple different accessories that he can stick on there and test spin different widgets down there. So what I'm going to do, this is machined to fit this shaft, this side here, and I've just got this is a brass tip set screw that's in here. So we'll slide that down on the shaft like that, and just snug that set screw up. And what I'm going to do is we're going to machine a little piece to go in here like I got at work. I believe this is 3/4. Let's see. Yeah, so we'll have a 3/4 inch shaft here. It'll come out. I'll have it turned down to 1/2 inch, and I'm going to mill 3 flats on it for the 3-jaw chuck in the drill motor. And then once we do that, we'll have my drill motor hooked to it, and I'll put it down in some oil. I'm going to have some pans on both sides, and we'll spin it up, and you guys will see that this thing is pumping, okay? And even just washing it, I washed it out real good in our cleaning tank there, and it's nice filtered clean solvent that we use. I could sit there with the cleaning stuff going up into the suction line here and spin this with my fingers, and that cleaning stuff was shooting out of there. Okay, so I think our pump is good. Now, another issue that I think I forgot to talk about in the previous episodes here, the suction line. I believe somebody has made this and put it on this machine, at whoever went into it before. We all know somebody went into it. And this is hydraulic hose, and you're not supposed to use hydraulic hose for a suction tube because it can collapse on the ID. So we're trying to chase down the smoking gun of what was wrong with this, why we lost oil pressure. I don't know for fact, but I'm very curious if it wasn't this. You can see the cracking in the rubber, okay? You can see a big one right there. But this developed after me messing around with it after I was taking it off. So I don't know if this thing was sucking air. I really don't know, but it's a possibility. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna replace this so that this will eliminate this being a possibility of why it wasn't pumping, okay? But it just makes a lot of sense because we weren't getting pressure. This line here comes around, and the gauge is over here on this side, on the side of the mill, right here. It goes directly to that, and it wasn't showing but about 10 PSI. So we're gonna make a new line, all right? And I believe this should have been a steel line from the factory. I don't know for a fact. I don't see it in the schematics. So we got some 1/2-inch steel tubing that we're gonna use. And what I did, this was a piece that long. One of my coworkers, he's got a flaring tool at home. I don't have one here, and I couldn't find a small flaring tool down there at work. We got some of the bigger stuff. So he took it home, he flared it for me. I cut it in half, we got 2 pieces, okay? We got some fittings. We got some fittings here. Let me see, where'd that other one go? Trying to remember what I did with everything. Oh, we got the filter. This was another topic right here. I thought about replacing this, but I inspected it, and I had a couple people go behind me, inspect it, and give their opinions, and we don't see anything wrong with this filter right here. You can hold it up to the light, all right, and you don't see any tears, no rips, no openings or anything, and you can see through it, and you can see the grid pattern inside of it. So we're going to reuse this right here, okay? Shouldn't be anything wrong with that. So we've got some of these tile fittings right here, and on the suction side of the pump, we're going to tighten one of these up right there, and then we've got our line. This one I've already got deburred there, and we're going to we'll have this fitting right here, okay. All right, so we'll have a flare. It'll screw up to that one. The pipe threads, we're going to use some 569 thread sealant. That's for hydraulic systems right there. This is compatible with hydraulics, so it's a high strength sealer, and this will actually dissolve. Whatever comes off the fitting will dissolve in your oil. So that's a good Loctite right there. So what we got to do, we're going to have to make a bend in this, okay? We might have to make a couple little bends. Of course, I got to cut it off. And on the bottom end now here, what I'm going to do, I had bought a couple extra of these fittings. So that side for the filters pipe, 3/8 NPT, we're going to machine this side off. I'm going to part that off, and we're going to drill a 1/2-inch hole in there. And then what we'll do is on the tube, this will be slipped up in there, and we'll weld it on. Okay, so we're just going to weld this onto the bottom. We'll do that last after I get the bends and everything done right. So that's the plan for the suction tube. And I'm really hoping, and I'm crossing my fingers, that once we get through making this and putting everything back together, and we're sure that our relief valve is working, it's going to work for our system, do all of the cleaning of the oil lines, and I haven't even gone through the rest of it yet. I'm hoping that going through all this is going to correct our problem. So this is what I want to do today. So let's go ahead and get started on it. All right. Okay, we're going to do some simple facing and turning. Okay. We're gonna have a 1/2 inch shank, about 1 1/4 inch back, and then the rest of it will be turned down to 3/4. This is some of that stress-proof material, 1 inch. Just use that one to face it off. And I got a Trigon I've been using, so we'll use that to turn it. I'm gonna put a radius on it too, so what I want to do is just cut it back like 1 inch. Nothing critical there. And let's see. Grab a little indicator, and we're going to set a 0 stop. All right. We'll just use some caliper measurements. 596, so we'll just dial in another, let's just say 95. Okay. Well, yeah, let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and turn this down, and we don't need a whole lot. We'll just go to just go another inch right there. Okay. Set another 0 stop. For those that may not know, this stress-proof material is very lovely to machine. I mean, it cuts. It's very easy to cut and maintain a chip. So if you ever get a chance to buy you some stress-proof, you can buy it out of McMaster. They got it in there. All right, our bore looks like around 755 with the calipers. So we're just gonna use our calipers today. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm gonna take 20. That'd be about half. All right, let's take another 20. I'm gonna probably go 21. It's a close fit. All right, well, let's take a couple more. right, there we go. That's all we need. All right, let me change tools. We'll be right back. All right, so we're going to use that radius tool there. Okay, there we go. That's one of the benefits of those type of inserts. I really like them for that, just blending in a corner. All right, then we'll use this tool again. Cut us a couple chamfers on there. Very light. All right, we're good to go. Let's see. Yeah, we can put that in we'll put that in a 5C collet block, and we'll mill our flat. So we'll go ahead and part her off. All right, we're set up on the mill. I'm using the hex collet block and a 3/4 collet. Got it sitting down flat on some parallels, and we're just going to make 3 equal flats. Okay. I'm using a carbide end mill. Let's see. Make sure we're. Go ahead and crunk her up a little bit. All right. We'll start with 30 thousandths to see what that looks like. I think 30 thousandths is going to suffice just fine. Alright, so we'll come up, just eyeballing the start of the radius, and what we'll do, we'll set our analog DRO right there. Alright, all that set, so what I'm going to do is just loosen up the vise. I'm just using my scale as a stop. I've got the scale butt against the jaws right here and pushing that up against the face of the collet block. Snug it up. We'll come back into it. Zero. Run it back and forth. And we're not taking very much metal, so this isn't a setup that needs to be extremely rigid here. Square it up. Double checking, making sure my flats are here. They look good. Okay. All right, there's our 3 flats. So we're just about ready. I'm gonna get my cutter out of here. Okay, there's the end mill I was using. I believe this is the one that Mike Suppo give me that they run on their CNC machines. Really nice end mill. One last quick little op that I forgot to tell you we were going to do. Okay, so this is the side it goes in. I went ahead and stuck it in there and just kind of lightly tightened the set screw. You can see that's where the set screw was. I'm just going to mill a flat there. On the one at work, I drilled a dimple, but we're just going to make a flat. And that's just for that set screw to register, and it'll allow it to not spin. Back off on our cut. Okay, we don't need much more than that. That's 25 thousandths right there. That'll be plenty. Okay. And what we'll do is go ahead and pull this out. And see, that's what we're doing. We're just making our flat for the set screw. Okay. So we're just about ready. Hell of a setup, ain't it? I got it all set up so that we can test drive this with our drill. So we've got, now these lines are not configured the way they're supposed to be hooked up on the mill, but I've got them positioned so that we can dump the oil down. So we got a pan on both sides. This side here, I got this, happen to have a perfect size rubber hose over on the rotary bin. So I've got it kind of pushed up on that line, directing it down into the pan here. And then this line will go down. And then this will be a suction. I got a bucket over there. I'm gonna put a little bit of oil in and we'll stick it right here. And hopefully it'll suck it up here and we'll be able to see good flow on both sides right here. All right, same thing with this side right here. All right. So, by the way, I'm using the big boy Noga to get you up here so you can see it all. So here's a quick little spin. All right, adapter's working good. Chuck doesn't run perfectly true, so it'll have a little bit of wobbling. And we're using our little Wilton. Got her clamped down. So, all right, let me get some oil and we'll go ahead and give it a little dry, a bench test here. Okay, I think we're ready. Got oil here. I had to stick the bucket here and then go ahead and pour some in there because of the getting it up in there around that hose. All right, we got both of those in here. Let's see what she does. All right. There we go. It's pumping. Done sucked her dry. I'm assuming the pump is working. Looks like it is to me. Let's let me reset it. We'll give it another run, okay? I'll change the camera angle for you. All right, we'll start with this side and hit it a little bit. I refilled the bucket. Pumping good. Let's check the other side. bucket's empty again. All right, that was fun. So what do you think? You think the pump's working okay? I think we're pretty good to go on that. All right, so next move, we need to go ahead and make our new suction tube for it, okay? We're having too much fun. About one more time from the sky view there. All right, there we go.